Finally, day 5, yes! What's up, guys? I am super pumped about day 5 because I get to finally introduce contact lenses and prosthetics. Woo! Now, don't get scared, it's super duper easy, so let's get right into it. I am creating the prosthetic with just some Target brand molding clay and placing it on a flat surface. Now, using a pencil, measure out some space for your eyeball and then begin punching holes in the clay to create the reptile's textured skin. Then, use some liquid latex and green food coloring and pour it completely on top. Move that latex around with a sponge or anything to make sure it gets in every tiny space. Once it dries, do it again like 4 or 5 more times. Then, once it's completely dry, cover it liberally with baby powder and gently pull it off of the clay mold. Next step, we gotta put it on your face. Remember to first put Vaseline on your eyebrows and in your hairline because latex is not forgiving once it dries. It will rip your hair right out if you're not careful. Now we need to get the prosthetic on your face with liquid latex or any other adhesive that you have. Notice how I cut the prosthetic into 2 pieces. You know, one is for the lower half and one is obviously for the top half. You should do this to fit your own face and slice it up until it's in the shape that you want. Once the scales are where you want them, seal it up with one more layer of latex along the edges. Then, let it dry, of course. It's time to paint the prosthetic. Somebody should really count how many times I say prosthetic in this tutorial because I feel like it's a lot. Anyway, painted green. I'm using Nye Forest Green color and covering the entire prosthetic. See? There it is again. Once it is covered, I am going in with a bright yellow and a lime green color to add the highlights. Now, the highlights will obviously show up on the top of the bumpy skin, so I am just gliding the makeup brush on top of the skin and the highlights will show up in the appropriate places. I don't remember why I was being so sassy in this video, but holy cow, it is so extra. What? Using black, I am just painting the underside of the protruding bumps. Hey, my favorite word! Remember from day 1, we learned that every shadow gets a highlight, and the word protrude has an O in it. Wow, you're learning something from these videos. I'm so happy. Okay, well, that's probably why I was acting so sassy. I couldn't find anything. Sponges. That's all I was looking for. But with that sponge, I am blending out the intense colors on my face. And now we get to create scar tissue using cotton balls and liquid latex. This is easier than it sounds. I believe in you. You can do it. All you gotta do is create a layer of latex around the prosthetic, then rip up small pieces of the cotton ball and start to stick it to your face. Then use a Q-tip and put more latex all over those cotton balls. We want to cover it completely in liquid latex. Remember to watch out for that hairline. Once it's all covered, wait for it to dry completely. You know, use a hair dryer on cool to speed up this process. And when it is dry, we cover it with foundation so it matches your actual skin tone. Then once the scar tissue is all painted, I will be using black and color around the inside edge to really create dimension. We're gonna make this reptile skin sink right into your actual face. Just make sure to blend out the black outward. Boom! Final step. The blood. I am using Ben Nye's Thick blood and applying it along the complete perimeter of the prosthetic. Once that's covered, start spreading it around randomly to add to the gore effect. Yeah, you did it! See? I told you it wasn't that hard. The most difficult part is fixing your contact lens when it turns sideways. Now, that's all for day 5. Make sure you guys subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you'll be here tomorrow. And I will definitely see you there. Bye!